This is comedian Anthony Rodia, and you're watching the Growing Up Italian podcast. Hanging out with two other comedians and this dude that just, I don't know what he does, the guy's a million. We're hanging out backstage at a show. And I was like, yeah, dude, I don't understand Sebastian. He's going Hollywood. I said, like, he was wearing a fucking Celine Dion fucking hoodie. And the guy goes, what are you talking about? I said, yeah, he was wearing a fucking hoodie, Celine. I'm like, oh, great, you're a Celine Dion fan. He goes, you know that's a brand, right?
And you're wearing the sneakers right
so
now.
I ended up getting him after the fact. I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, it's like a $900 hoodie.
Yeah.
I go, it's not a Celine Dion hoodie? He goes, no, you I was like,
it's a French brand, right? Celine's a French brand?
Bro, where the were you, like, last week? You're doing, like, the hokey pokey or something like that?
Line dancing in Florida. We can bring that up, too. I had to represent for the Italians.
I was like, look at this
I walked in. So I used to teach dance when I was 19. I filled in for a hip-hop class for, like, 6 classes. So I walk in, and my buddy's like, yo, how cool is this? I'm like, hold on one second. He goes, what are you doing? I was like, hold on one second. I was like, I think I got this. He's like, and it's a line dance. It's a different one for every song. And these fuckers are jamming. So one girl comes up, she's like, you're good. Are you Mexican? I was like, no, I'm Italian. No, you're not.
Did you go arriba?
No, dude, I killed the line. I was doing like 9 dances.
A little twisted or
So,
what?
hey, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Wait,
are we rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Oh, hold on, bro.
But I think I like to jump into it before intros and all that.
Chair.
Hey, you want to put your feet up a little bit?
No, if you can hide the fact that my feet don't touch the floor, that'd be great. Rocco, you could vouch.
Yeah. Guys, look what I'm doing.
Just gonna swing my shit.
What's that show, like Mama's Big Couch or whatever?
Yeah, I feel like I'm at one of those like amusement parks where they have the big chair that you can sit and take a picture in. This is a normal chair.
Tread lightly. Mario Bosco sat in that chair.
Mario Bosco's feet didn't reach here. Mario's a good guy. I know Mario through doing comedy. I just think he sleeps in a sock drawer.
Did you like the clips of?
I was dying when you did the crickets, dude. I was dying. I don't know if that was a joke or him yelling at someone. That wasn't really a joke.
Yeah, I didn't understand the joke until.
No, I saw your face. That you didn't.
I really didn't understand the joke. Like I was lost. But then after when I saw, I was like, "Oh, you saying that?"
I want to thank you for posting that.
Woman.
Yeah, I don't know. I just laughed because it was.
All right, so listen, Matt Mario's a good guy. I'm not gonna bash him, but I will rap my father out for bashing him. When I first started comedy, I did I think it was my second show at Governor's Comedy Club, and my father came to the show, and Mario emceed. I'm gonna get bashed for this. And my father gets in the truck afterwards, and I go, how'd you like the show? He goes, it was good. You're getting more funny every show I go. It's nice. Everybody laugh. I was like, yeah, what did you think about the other comedians? Good. The woman and with the blonde hair, what's her name? Caddy? I said, Carrie. I don't know why your face goes like that when you say Carrie. Caddy? She was very good. And I don't find it funny, but a lot of people like it, the little lesbian girl with the bow tie. I go, Mario? What do you mean? Mario? It's a guy. Jesus. It's Mario. Yeah, it's Mario. That's not a guy. I said, that's a guy. No, you pulling my chain. I'm not pulling your chain, Dad. That's a guy. Next time he sees Mario, he can't pronounce lesbian. My father gets confused. So he's talking to Mario, and he goes, let me ask you a question. Eye to eye. You Lebanese? Mario goes, no, I'm Italian. He goes, yeah, I don't care about you being Italian. Are you Lebanese? He goes, no, I'm Italian. I'm not Lebanese. He goes, no, your nationality. I'm like, Dad, he's not from Lebanon. You're trying to say lesbian. Mary goes, lesbian? My fun cool. Dude, I was in tears, bro. It was the dumbest argument I've ever heard in my life. Other than that, he's a good guy, though.
Other than that,
yeah.
Other than we don't know
other than the whole
lesbian.
I think he's 48.
He is?
40-something years old, yeah. Yeah. He's very persistent. I'll leave it at that.
Very persistent. But listen, the podcast, so many people were destroying him, because the Italians don't like him and Italian Americans don't. When both of them don't like you, it's crazy.
You got to have one of the. And you know what? I'm glad you brought up the whole thing between Italians and Italian. I can't stand it when you guys either post something or one of the other pages posts something, and you get the authentic, I was born in Italy Italians. You're not really Italian. Listen, if you have Italian blood flowing through your veins, you're Italian. Like, Italians are supposed to be all about pride, right? So if you're not fully first generation Italian, whatever, why would you knock somebody if their pride for being Italian is what you want it to be? You know, okay, they might not be able to, pronounce some words. I mean, some people speak Italian and it hurt. Like, I don't say gabagool and I don't say mutz, but I'm not going to bash somebody for it. That's their thing. My father, I mean, it hurts his ears. But like that, I can never figure that out. It's like you're all about, Italian unity and Italian pride, but people are so quick to bash somebody. Oh, you're a fake Italian. You got Italian blood going through your veins.
More lately than ever, we actually try to stay away from making people fight. Yeah, like we used to try to do it to get those comments and stuff.
You'll get engagement, but it's like, you got somebody that was born in Italy. Okay, you're born in Italy. This person's third generation. You still have Italian blood flowing through your veins. Why are you bashing a guy because he can't speak?
It happens all the time. But the
problem, you're fake Italian. I mean, listen, we know what fake Italian is, but at least the guy is proud of being Italian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely agree with everything you said. The problem,
what it sounds like to me? That Anthony really likes selling out his shows, so he's trying to be nice.
No, dude, listen, I'll call anybody out on their bullshit. There's a lot of guys out there that emphasize their accents. That's, to me, is fake.
Well, in fairness to you, like, you stay true to the roots. Like, you keep that Italian American, you keep that off the boat Italian comedy in your skits.
I get shit for that too, though.
Yeah, but that's why we connect with you so much, and I'm sure a lot of people do. But what I wanted to say before is the reason Italians say that is because that's the only thing they have against Italian Americans. That's the only power they have, is saying that you're not real Italian. That's the only thing they have on us, because they envy the Italian American lifestyle.
I've never heard of any other nationality doing that. Like, when have you ever seen like a Mexican guy? You're not real Mexican. Like, you've never seen that being called out.
No mames, güey, tú eres un gringo.
Right. You don't work as hard as me. You're not real Mexican. I've never heard someone say that.
Stay away from this one.
Yeah, you might get canceled. Yeah. I don't think it was a good idea.
This episode doesn't get canceled.
It might have not have been
the title. If we don't get canceled,
but it's true, dude. You've never seen another nationality do that. I mean, my father will do it. He's like, oh, he cannot pronounce the word right. I'm like, do you want me to start labeling all the English words you can't pronounce? I go, have you heard yourself say Idaho? He goes, Idaho. I go, what? I go, you can't speak English. They can't speak Italian. But I don't like the whole attacking, man.
So wait, do Italians like you? Like,
Italians, yeah, I mean, listen, I'll get once in a while, I'll get somebody that says, I don't like the fact that you're making fun of Italians. And I'm like, well, you don't understand comedy. I'm not making fun of the Italians. I'm sharing the similarities of how we were all brought up. Like, I don't like to say my show is Italian anymore. Yes, I'm Italian. My family's Italian. My family's all off the boat. My parents, my aunts and uncles, my grandparents. So, I've realized over the last 4 years that it's not just Italians that deal with the stuff we deal with. It's every nationality that, Argentinian, Portuguese, Russian, whatever. If they were born on the other side, they all have that same mentality. But they'll look at it as me making fun. I'm like, I'm not making fun. I'm just sharing how we were brought up, and I'm sharing it in a funny way.
It's funny, when we first started, I remember when you first started doing comedy, that in the beginning, you were doing so much of the Italian stuff on Instagram.
Yeah.
And then when it came to your shows, you said to me one time, like, I'm not going to do Italian shows because I'm only going to have Italian-speaking people. Like, a lot of those Italian comedians, smaller ones.
You bottleneck yourself.
Exactly. Like, they want us to do the show, like, the punchlines in Italian.
Right.
And, like, half of the people in the show don't really understand.
It took me a while to learn that, man, because I started, I was looking out into the crowd, and I had nothing but, like, 65 to 80-year-old Italian people. And I'm like, if I don't change this up, my fan base is going to die. Like, literally. They're going to just die. But I also didn't want to just be the Italian comic because you bottleneck yourself. So I started, just telling stories and not specifically stating that it was for Italians. And, other people started relating. And it takes a while, for people to start spreading the word. Like, oh, you don't have to be Italian to come to a show. You could be whatever. And, I titled the new tour Totally Relatable. Because people started coming up to me after my shows, and they're like, yo, dude, your stuff is so relatable. I feel like you're in my house. But it started being told by Portuguese people, Argentinian people, Spanish people. So it's nice to see it relate. It makes me feel, good that we weren't the only ones abused, because we were abused.
Even for our page, a lot of people have been saying, like, growing up Italian, that they're not Italian, but when you come from an ethnic culture, that
it's similarities, man. I had Puerto Rican friends that got hit 10 times more than me. I think the worst was, when you talk about being disciplined, because kids today, they're not disciplined. I smack my son on the ass. He looks at me like I'm stupid. He's like, and then goes right back to doing what he's doing. What am I going to do? Grab I got hit with a fucking fig tree in my backyard. A fig tree. I said something to my father. I
branch?
felt a fucking tree with the bulb on the bottom wrapped in dirt. He was planting fig trees, and I said something stupid, and I turned around, and he cracked me right in the back with the whole tree. And he goes, and you better hope this tree grow. If this tree don't grow now, I'm going to hit you 3 times.
Thor?
Huh?
What is he, the Italian Thor?
Dude, he hit me hard, dude. But these kids, they don't know. But other nationalities, other ethnicities, other cultures, they discipline their kids. I think the worst. I had a Jamaican friend I grew up with. His mother hit him with a bamboo stick. Wow. And I remember being at the house.
You said this with the fruits. Remember? Mm-hmm. I don't even know what it's called in English. Like the vine.
Yeah, like the grapevine. Yeah, it's bad. No, this was a full bamboo stick. The only time I've ever seen one was when I used to take karate as a kid. And she came out and walked in the room and didn't even care that I was there. I remember I was sitting there with a Nintendo joystick in my hand. And I looked up and she came in and she goes, "What?" And she goes, "What?" And she just kept saying "what" louder. After the 4th time, she hit him 3 times on the shoulder. And I remember just sitting there. And the first thing that popped in my head, I was like, oh my God, I don't have it that bad. I just get hit with belts and fig trees. That was a bamboo stick. And that was the worst I've ever seen.
It's definitely kids of immigrant parents, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I think that's the generation that really gets the discipline the hardest.
American kids don't get hit anymore. I mean, I smacked my daughter on the ass in CVS, and, some lady, jumped up. She was like, well, that's uncalled for. Violence doesn't do anything. I go, that's not violence, miss. I go, but if you keep interrupting me as a parent, I'm going to hit you with something. She was all shocked. Oh my God, you struck your child. And even my daughter was looking at her like, relax, lady, it's okay. I've got pants on. Okay, it could be a lot worse. Yeah, kids today aren't the same, man. I mean, you see it out there. They don't listen to anybody. I had a fear. I remember when I used to go out, if I got in trouble, I would rather get arrested than be brought home. Because if my parents found out, you know how it was. You didn't want to disrespect your parents out. You were a reflection of your parents. And kids today, they don't think like that.
Being a guy that I have to ask this question. See that you've been through so much, all these shows, seeing all these people. The one thing about Italians that I wanted to bring up specifically on this show to get your reaction. Do you think we're cheap?
100%. Was that a hard question?
No, because
100%.
But I feel Italians are cheap with certain things and then not cheap with other things.
Yeah, 100%.
So, in other words, if I'm doing pavers in my house,
right,
my neighbor might all of a sudden want to do pavers too.
Right. And he'll spend the money on it.
Yeah, spend the money on it.
I get bargain.
Who you use it? And then talk to your contractor.
That's all they want. Who you use it? He's an Italian guy. It's nice. It's a good work. He'll complain about the price, but if it's for the house, he'll do it. I get people coming after my shows. How much are your shirts? I'm like, $20. $20. Come on. I just spent $60 to watch you live. Yeah, and you laughed the whole time. Shirts are $20. $15. This is not a flea market, dude. It's a shirt.
I'm not bargaining here.
But they're cheap, man. I got uncles that they'll spend $60,000 on a car. Or better yet, $20,000 on a hunting trip to go to Africa and shoot giraffes and stuff.
Yeah.
But they'll go to the store and complain that eggs are $5.
I think we're going to piss every demographic of people.
It's fine. Episode. It's good. Let's piss people. I like triggering people.
The vegetarians, 100%. Everybody.
But so my father calls me one day and he goes, I sent him to the dentist because he's got diabetes and his teeth were falling out. So I was like, why don't you just go for a consultation and see if you can get, fake dentures, like permanent dentures, but fake teeth. So he goes in and the guy calls me, tells me everything. My father calls me and he goes, I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to get teeth because I don't feel comfortable when I come to your show and I smile and the people see my teeth. I want to look good. I want to look handsome and maybe I find a nice woman. I'm like, all right, because my parents are the only off-the-boat parents that have ever been divorced. His accent got worse. My mother lost hers, and they couldn't communicate with each other anymore. So I said, all right, we'll get your teeth done. He goes, but under one condition, I pay for my teeth. You pay for my truck. You take care of me. You helping me a lot. I'm a man. I got a beautiful pension and Social Security. I pay for my own teeth. I said, all right, well, it's $11,000. He goes,
okay, you pay for
it would no hurt for you to do something nice for your father. I'm like, that changed quick. He goes, we can make a Christmas gift and a birthday gift combined. I go, well, that means I spent $5,500 on your gift for both occasions. So they changed quick. But I think all ethnic people are cheap to a certain extent.
My favorite is when you hire somebody for work in your house, and then let's say, like Sabino said, for the pavers, right?
I know where this.
Then
is
I try and use them too. I'm like, oh, try and get the paisan discount.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you got it for $700, whatever.
Yeah.
Me,
Not only that, you'll ask him how much he got it for.
Yeah, ask him like, oh, why yo, how much?
And you know
charge?
what's the really fucked up person? When this guy goes to the contractor, yo, put an extra $1 for me. You know? put 1,000 for me.
But how about when you get work done? I got work done in my backyard. My father comes and he's like, "Who do you work?" I said, "You don't know him." This is no straight. I don't think this is a level. I said, "It's level, Dad." "That's no level." "I don't understand. I could have did this for you." I said,
all the time.
"You're a carpenter." He goes, "But if I watch, I think myself. I teach myself to do paper." I said, "You would have been here for 9 months. You've got sciatica, you've got gout, and you've got diabetes, and you can't be on your knees long." "Anthony, but it was a chance to spend the time with you, father." I said, "The backyard's done. Come over. We'll spend time in my finished backyard." They could always do shit better. They have that mentality, man. It's amazing. It really
watch
is.
everything they do too.
Oh, 100%.
A lot's changed since the first time we sat down. I remember you.
Dude, we were in my garage.
Well, that was the first
and
one.
I hung an Italian flag from shelf to
Yeah,
shelf,
yeah.
and we sat at a picnic table.
Rock because I was
wasn't
trying
there
to
for that
figure
one.
out if that was the first one we ever
First
recorded.
time.
It might have been like the second or third time we recorded.
No, that was the first time. You came with the mics. It was Dom was in the garage with me. Michelle was in the garage
No, I'm
with me.
saying I think we might did ourselves one like that.
Oh yeah, now
You're
we're
the
me.
first guest we did like with that, and then the best
Yeah.
was half the video got cut out because that was only like 16 minutes of video
Yes.
and then like
Yes.
15 minutes of audio.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Yeah.
you were working at Lexus or something.
Lexus in Greenwich. Yeah, as a finance manager.
Was that 2018, 2019?
2018. I left 2019. March 18th, 2019.
A lot has changed.
A lot. And I remember when I left, I quit my job. I was in a meeting 7:30 in the morning, and I cursed the entire company out. We had a meeting with every manager. I cursed the owners out. They weren't. It wasn't like they were nice people. And I remember I left. It was like 8 o'clock, and I live on Long Island, so I had a long drive. So I stopped at a diner. I had pancakes by
the way,
myself.
why do you say on Long Island, not in Long Island?
Because it's an island.
But
I'm not.
you're in the island.
I'm not digging a hole and going in it. I'm fucking on it.
I always wondered, like, real.
I'm not gonna say on Brooklyn though. You know what I mean?
Because you're in Brooklyn.
Yeah. What's the difference?
I don't know. Just sound. I don't know. I get corrected every time. I used to say in, and everyone's
Yo,
like,
that's
"You're
how you
on."
can tell you're a real Long Island guy now.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying not to get corrected.
Well, yes, you're right.
That's the first time I got corrected the opposite way.
Actually, yeah. That makes even more sense.
What?
Brooklyn's on Long Island.
Yeah, because we're part of the island.
Well, then you're on Brooklyn again.
But it's not in Long Island. It's on Long Island.
Yeah.
You can't be in an island. You got to be on it, right? I mean,
I always wondered that with the Long Islanders.
if you're fishing one day on the ocean, where are you gonna go? Yeah, what's up, bro? I'm just in my boat. You're on your boat, just like you're on Long
What if I
Island.
was in the cabin? They'd be in the cabin.
Then you were taking a shit. You wouldn't answer the phone. You were on your boat.
Back to what you were saying.
I used to get corrected all the time. You can't be in Long Island. You have to be on it. On it. I'm like, all right, so now I say on it.
Yeah, but that's how you really know you're a Long Islander.
No, I'm not. I'm a Westchester guy.
Wait, you said
I'm a
New Rochelle.
Westchester guy. That's Westchester.
You guys know
Make your
anybody?
mind. Oh, New Rochelle.
Who's from New Rochelle?
That's
bro?
the county. You might want to open a map, Sabino.
You know, I've never heard of anybody from New Rochelle besides you and Scram Jones. That's
and Jay Leno.
Jalen. That's a nice little.
Yeah,
You look like a combination of both.
that's great. I just lost weight, and the first thing you're going to do is hit me and say I have a big chin? No. I look like a fat chin DJ? I don't understand. I mean, Scrams is thin, right? He's still thin.
Scram's.
Yeah, so when you say I look like Scrams and Jay Leno,
Leno's great.
I'm gonna go right
You
to
have the
Jay
dark-
Leno
the dark
and get
hair.
offended. That's it. So now I have gray hair with a big
That's
chin.
another clip right there. Just the two.
You can't say you look like Scram Jones and Jay Leno. I go right to Jay Leno. That's messed up. What were we talking about?
So we're talking about the Mount Rushmore of New Rochelle, and if you would be on it.
I wouldn't want to be on. That's a lot of stone.
No, I'm joking.
That's a lot of stone.
So you
It's a big-ass
rather say
It's a big ass head.
you rather say I'm from New Rochelle than Long Island?
I'm from Westchester.
Okay.
Yeah, people ask me all the time, where are you from? Westchester. But I thought you live on Long Island. I live there. You asked me where I was from. But I'm from Westchester. Yeah, Long Island. I don't like the right teams for Long Island. I'm a Yankee fan. You know, they're all Mets. I'm a Ranger fan. They're all Islanders.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
it sucks,
Makes
right?
sense.
Oh, forget it. When I put the Yankee flag outside my house, People drive by, just give me the finger. I'm like, relax, dude.
I thought like Long Island would be like 50-50 though.
Yeah, you have some.
Even Queens is almost.
But chances are, if somebody's a Yankee fan on Long Island, they were probably originally from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Brooklyn or the Bronx. They migrate to Long Island. Can't believe you corrected me.
I need more space.
Now you got me. Now I don't know what to say anymore when people ask me.
no, because that's like a big thing. Everybody always says on, and
I understand it though. You're on an island. Can't be in it. Can't be in an island unless you burrowed yourself into the ground.
I don't know.
Let me ask you a question. If you're taking a shit, are you on your toilet or in it? You're on it.
Hopefully not in it.
Right. What you're doing is in it.
You had some Mexican burritos.
What you're doing is in the toilet. So I think I'm gonna get crushed for this because people are gonna take it the wrong way. But when I think of Long Island, I think of my toilet, and I'm on it.
Nice.
Yeah. You're telling me Long Island's a fucking toilet? People attack. I mean, I watch. People always go to the like, and you guys get it. You guys got a huge following. Yeah. You could see how people always
play both sides. Right?
No, but they'll go to the most negative point of view there is.
But we spoke about this like recently. I think a big thing now with the TikTok culture is people want to have like that top comment. So you want to say something so outrageous.
Yeah, they want to get pinned.
Yeah, exactly. Not even pinned, but it's like one of the top comments. You know, like. Everybody's gonna go crazy.
I mean, I'm doing that now. Like, I'll go to like a comedy page or something, and I'll make a comment, like a funny comment about it. And I mean, you get followers. I have some comments. I get
that guy
20. Yeah, I mean, I'll 20.
Oh, that's a big
jump
trick
on
to
that.
growing right there. Right. And a lot of annoying small pages on our page, like right when we post, they have post notifications.
Right.
They post like something, like comment something wild.
So it gets
they
like,
want
they want engagement.
Followers to see it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if I see something funny, I'll comment. And I've had times where I've gotten like 25,000 likes, and then people will go to my page. And I tell everybody this. Like, a couple people reach out to me, like, how do I get my following up? And I'll look at their page. I'm like, you got nothing but pictures of your dog in your car. They're like, yeah, but, I want to get followers. I'm like, you got to, if I go to your page, you have to have something on your page to make me stay on your page and follow you. Yeah. If you got pictures of dogs and cars, and I'm not a dog or car person, I ride a bike. I ride a bike and I have a cat.
If you're out there watching this podcast, do not ask Rocco that question.
Why?
Because he will destroy you.
Why?
We just went away for our conference, and a lady came up to him and goes, how do I grow my page? He's like, maybe you should not do it anymore. Like, he just destroyed her. Like, everybody stopped. It was like the DJ that record scratched.
Nah, I'm just brutally honest. You know what I mean?
The best was she came up to me first, and I was like, maybe try this, try that.
He's like, maybe you should quit.
My cousin, well, listen, my cousin runs everything going up in town, posted. Everything you see, he posts. He might be the guy you want to answer.
How do I grow my page? How long have you had it? 4 years. Maybe you should read a book and just get off social media.
It wasn't that bad.
But listen,
I'm brutally honest.
And and I said something to a kid. A young kid came up to me, and he was like 20 years old at my show, and he goes, I want to get into comedy. What do you think I should do? And his mother goes, just never give up. And I looked at her, I go, what the hell does that mean? She goes, never give up. As long as you give 150% and you keep trying, you will one day achieve whatever you want. And I said, I hate that saying more than anything.
Never give up?
Not never give up. Well, yeah,
keep
actually,
trying,
you know what?
Keep trying and it'll work.
I hate that saying. Like, I'm going to teach my kids to try to do whatever they want and have that mentality. Like, I tell my kids now, don't ever say you can't do something. Figure out a way to do it. However, if you're talking about comedy or sports or something, I said to the woman, I said, you need talent to do, like, I'll never become a basketball player. I don't have that natural talent. I'll never become
Anthony, shoot the three.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm decent at ball, but I'm not going to be an NBA player. So, yes, you have to try. You have to be determined. You have to have drive and hustle. However, you also have to step back after a certain amount of time and think to yourself, do I have the talent to do this, or am I wasting my time? And you have to realize that and be able to call it quits if your efforts aren't making you go up, on an uptick. And you're either this way or you're kind of sinking. So, yes, try anything you want in life, but you have to kind of step back and say, all right, it's like I see comedians that have been doing it for 20 years, and they're either still open micers or they're still, and they want to be a headliner. I'm like, well, maybe that's where your talent stops as an open micer.
Sometimes it's about consistency, too.
Yeah, but you have
like
to,
for us, we've
talent.
been doing this 7 years. And I think just now we kind of figured out, okay, this is how we got to do the podcast. This is how we should post. So it took us a while to get to this point.
Right.
So now I feel we're almost ready to make that.
Yeah, but you guys are always analyzing things. You're always changing things. You're always adapting and changing your ways and changing what you do. I'm just talking from a talent standpoint.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
I don't think me and Rocco think we could be comedians or.
No, we know we can't. I mean, I know I can't.
Yeah.
But I can't be a
That's
singer.
not what I want either.
I could take singing lessons for the next 7 years.
Yeah, and
I'll never
yeah.
become a singer. I don't have a voice. I don't have the talent.
Maybe with auto-tune, you got a shot, though.
I've tried that.
Maybe Celine Dion, you know?
I've done.
If
Lil
you wear a
Rodia?
Celine Dion hoodie, you could do it.
What would your rap
I tell
name
you a
be?
story and you just
Rodia?
embarrass me about it now. What?
What would your rap name be?
My rap name?
Lil Rodia?
Keto Rodio.
DJ Stugatz.
Nah, but then you're like a producer though.
Yeah.
You need like an artist name. There's some inspiration.
Dude, I have a sound system in my truck. That was
Yeah,
insane.
yeah.
Like the dude inside that truck, I don't know if anybody heard it at home, but the wall started shaking. That dude is not coming out of his truck with any type of hearing. Yeah. Like, what the hell was that?
We're live in Brooklyn, ladies and gentlemen.
A rap name? I don't know. Rimbambito? That's been my nickname since I was a kid.
Rimbambito on the beat.
Yeah. Rimbambito Bito. I don't know. I don't know.
How
Rap name
hard
is
is
good.
it being an Italian on keto, though?
Why don't you just like blast my business there?
No, because
First of all, it's embarrassing.
Everybody knows that you're on keto.
No, they don't. They do
I
now.
know you're on keto. Because every time we hang out, you're
I am.
lettuce wraps.
No. So
this,
now,
that.
so what happened was I got a little bit of a scare. Like 6 months ago, I went to the doctor. They did a check on me, and they found out I had a little bit of calcification in one of my arteries. They were like, nothing to be alarmed about now, but if you keep eating like a whale, you know, you're gonna die. I'm like, that's great. So I ended up, you know, as an Italian, I love food. So I had to figure out a way where I would motivate myself to lose weight. So a buddy of mine, they own Villa Barone in Mayapack. They have a boxing night once a year. And they said, why don't you just commit to a fight? Commit to a fight in front of all your fans on your podcast.
No way, you're really going to fight?
And then you have to train and you have to lose weight. You can't be 217
Are you really sparring?
pounds.
You gonna fight somebody?
Oh, no sparring. Full. I'm the main event, March 23rd.
Who you fighting?
No way.
I don't know yet. I have to see what weight I get down to. So I ended up committing. Now, once I commit,
have
I
an
can't
idea.
back up.
Is this the first time you broke this news or no?
No, I said it on my podcast. Everybody knows that. So March 23rd, 2023, I'll be at Mayapack. So I ended up
Where is
forcing
Mayapack?
myself.
March
Florida?
23rd?
Upper
March-
Westchester.
What is it? March?
Putnam County. March 23rd.
We're supposed to be in...
Might be in Louisiana.
We might be in Louisiana.
So, but it forced me to lose weight. Like I'm down 17
How
pounds.
about
I have
you
another
versus Mario
25 to go.
Bosco?
That's child abuse. Dude, everybody's joke. I'm training hard. I'm in boxing classes 3 days a week. I'm eating healthy. So I'm not doing keto. Like, I'm not scratching everything out. I do 30 grams of carbs a day, no more. And I drink a ton of water, a lot of protein.
30
I just
grams
eat
of
healthy.
carbs is like
It's nothing. Yeah.
It's
Can you imagine me
scoop of rice?
fighting Mario Bosco?
Honestly, if we could announce on the Growing Up Italian podcast today, Anthony Rodia versus Mario Bosco in a no holds barred cage match.
Dude, that's
Make
child
it fair for him.
abuse.
Because I could see him like jumping on you, like
Like a spider monkey?
Come on, Aunt. Come on, you son of a bitch.
let me at him. Let me at him.
I'm dizzy. I can't see.
He'll probably press charges against me.
Oh
No, but I don't know
my
who I'm
God.
fighting. I'm going to get down to I want to get down to like 180.
What if you see like a tank, like ripped, and he's ready to go? This guy's been boxing for 6 years.
I'm hoping they don't put me in a ring with someone that's like a complete like 21-0 animal.
Yeah, you'd be like a novice. You
I'm
know
going to
what
get
I mean?
my
Like,
ass kicked.
you
I mean, listen,
an amateur.
I
really.
hope you don't fight Giovanni Scuderi, our friend, because he's 6'4", 197. He's a freak. He's like a unicorn.
No, I don't want to fight him either.
That wouldn't even make sense.
So when I go to Contenders in Armonk, and they had a boxer come in, this guy Giuseppe, and he's like 21-1, I think, big kid, and I'm looking, and my trainer goes, "What's the matter?" I was like, "For the love of God, please tell me I'm not fighting him." He goes, "No, he's a professional fighter." I'm like, "Oh my God, thank God! I thought he was getting in the ring with me." Like I took 12 years of karate, but it's definitely different. And when I've learned my respect for boxers now, because I'm in a class Mondays and I spar on Wednesdays, and the class on Mondays an hour straight, nonstop, hitting the bag, push-ups, conditioning. Dude, it's all conditioning, man.
So you're the real life Italian karate kid.
I guess.
Karate man.
Yeah.
Karate takes a lot of discipline.
Karate does, but I'm telling you, boxing, the amount of conditioning you need. I did 3 rounds for 3 minutes.
The footwork's
and
annoying. Like it's a
It
lot.
is, yeah, it's a lot of shuffling and stuff like that.
Like no,
but
keep your foot back when you punch. This,
it's,
that.
dude,
It's
I mean,
annoying.
but little by little you
Catch
start.
up a little. That shit's squeaking like crazy right now.
What's going on?
I keep it in, and it's going against the wall.
You don't hear that?
It's like SpongeBob with the shoes.
Like a Rocco with ADD. I mean, we're having a podcast. He's listening to squeaks. He's sitting on.
It's me though, because I keep moving.
No, but I can't picture you like talking shit into a mic because you know how like the weeks before you get like, yeah, I'm gonna knock this bitch out. Like I can't see you.
No,
that.
I'm not a shit talker, but I'm training really, really hard, and we've got like 3 guys that want to fight, and you know, my buddy's like, dude, Anthony's not gonna go in the ring. Like I'm a very competitive person. I'm not gonna go in the ring to lose. So he's like, dude, he's got like what I'm gonna do before I fight is I'm gonna spend 3 solid hours with my kids, and I'm just gonna lose my shit and make sure they piss me off or do something, and I'm going right in the ring. Like I'll have them at the place. I'll hang out with them. I'll step on a bunch of Legos and shit, something that triggers me, and then I'll just hit the ring. But no, I'm not a shit talker. I'm just, you know, I'm not the guy that talk, because you could talk shit and get your ass kicked, which has got to be the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, when you get in the ring, I'm beating the shit out of you. All of a sudden, 3 seconds in, I'm in a fetal position, sleeping in the corner. So I never want to talk shit, but I'm taking it serious. But it's got me in shape.
Is it gonna be available to watch, or is it only like?
We're gonna still try to live stream it. I just don't know if I want that to happen, because if I do get my ass kicked and I have 100,000 people, oh my God, I know you. Oh, you've been to my show? No, you were the guy that got knocked the fuck out in 10 seconds.
That might not be the worst thing.
Yeah, it's not bad, you know.
Yeah, it is definitely worse than that. But I don't know. We're trying to live stream it. I'm gonna
There's
see
no
how.
such thing as bad publicity.
All right, so put it this way: the conditioning, I'm getting way better. I didn't die today in class. I'm good. I'm getting better with. If I feel like I'm really, really prepared, I'll live stream it. If I don't, and it's like a 50-50 chance I'm gonna get put to sleep, I'm not live streaming it.
That's how I know if I'm gonna bet that fight.
You gotta be like Mayweather. You gotta pick your opponents.
Nah, I don't want to do that.
I'm telling you, Mario Bosco's.
I might need it. Listen, I might need an ass kicking. Everybody
He's an
needs
ass
it.
kiss
I could see you versus Joe Gambino.
Ass kissing's phenomenal too.
You versus Joe Gambino would be great.
Joe's a big dude,
Joey's
bro.
a heavyweight. It's not fair.
I'll just run around the whole time. That's it. He ain't listen.
David versus Goliath.
Joe gets his hands on me, there's gonna be a problem, but I'll never let that happen. I'll just keep running around the ring, and like when he's winded, I'll just bump him on the head, and then just keep running around. How tall is he?
He's like 6'2".
Yeah, I'm 5'6.5". I mean, it'll
Yeah,
look
6.5.
that half is
short
big.
problems, like-
That half is big. How tall are you?
5'8".
What the fuck? You're making it like you're looking down on me.
5'8.5".
I step on my wallet. I'm the same size as you. I'm fucking 5'8". Rocco, stick up for us, bro. I mean, you and me are both in that group. Like, oh, you know.
No, but listen, we're all in the same group. But
No, you're 5'8". You're over.
5'8.5"
You're over the Italian
We're both
average.
swinging
You
right
never
now.
heard
Rocco-
someone over 6 foot. say,
Rocco
I'm
and I have a
6
lot
foot
of
2.5.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'4".
Yeah, so that. Oh my God. So that's so that's my brother's height.
5'4.5".
No, but you and I still have the same problems. Our feet aren't touching right now, and don't even front. You've been to amusement parks as a grown ass man, looked at a roller coaster, and was like, I want to ride it. I just don't want to not make it when I get to the height line. Dude, there's been height lines that I've watched from like 30 feet away. I'm like, I don't think I'm fucking making
I
it.
just want to take this moment.
I
to
see
say
8-year-olds, 6'2". I'm like, I don't know if I got it.
I want to take this moment to say we're all short kings here.
No, you're 5'8". You're above the Italian average.
But what's the
5'7", I think is average.
Bro, Italians are
5'5"?
tall. They're one of the taller ethnicities.
I'm one of the tallest in my family.
Really?
100%. My father's shrinking every year. My father told me to get him jeans. He goes, yo, you go to the store? I said, yeah. Can you pick me up a couple pair of jeans? I said, yeah, what kind? Lee. I'm not buying you Lee jeans, Dad. I said, it's 2023. I'm not buying you Lee. Lee jeans. Remember Lee jeans?
Oh, yeah.
The
So he goes, get me whatever you want.
Levi,
I said,
was it
what?
Levi?
No, just Lee. It was Levi's and then Lee.
Yeah, I remember
it was like
that.
the burnt Lee on the
Yeah,
tag.
Wrangler. That's that brand. The Brett Favre
Who's he,
brand.
Brett Favre? I was going to say.
Was it Lee Wrangler?
I don't know.
I don't know. So I said to him, what size? My man, with a straight face, he goes, 34, 30, 28.
It's like not
30 or
proportion.
28.
That's what I thought. I said, what did you say? 34 is the waist, and then I need a 30, 28. I said, why are you giving me 2 sizes for your length? Because in my right leg, it's a little bit more short than my left.
Do they make shoes? They don't make pants like that.
What do you want me to tell him? You have sciatica on your right side, so you need that leg short. So you want me to get you half jean, half capri? Because you're 34, 2 to 28. My right leg, it's a little more short. It's like a ball leg. It's a ball leg.
We need the Lee Biggie Small jeans.
Yeah. Dude, and for months, I thought he was trying to say he wants to go bowling. He goes, in my Anthony, my leg, it's to get it bad. I got it bowling. I go, what? Bowling. I said, you haven't been bowling in years. He go, what the fuck are you talking about? You said bowling. I said bowling. I said, oh, you're bow-legged. Oh, all right. Well, that's every Italian. You look like you just got off a horse. Dude, he gave me the sizes. I almost pissed myself.
That's classic. I could just imagine when he goes to get like his pants tailored or something.
My father don't get pants tailored. He still wears a suit from 1985.
Really?
It's a navy blue polyester suit. And he's got a baby blue one. No, the baby blue one's polyester. The navy blue one is
he
still
just
regular
switches the tops?
Switches the tops and ties. That's it. And his tie is always up to here. His never can make the knot. He goes, do the knot. I said, Dad, your shit's a little short. You sure this is not a communion tie? I don't think this is an adult tie.
That's why I wear bow ties. I hate ties.
Really?
Yeah. I'm a bow tie guy.
I don't like dressing up, man. That's why I love this job. I hate dressing up.
Same.
But you know what? A correction. If I got down to my ideal weight of 180, like if I lost another 20 pounds and I became fit and lean, you love dressing up when you're lean. When you got this shit going on, you don't want nothing tight on you. I want hoodies. Like right now I'm getting thinner, but like 2 months ago, if I took off this hoodie, it looked like I was still wearing one. My shit was just layered. It was just layered. And then the biggest indication that you're getting big, and this also hit me hard. I went to go take a shower and I got down to my box of briefs.
You couldn't see a pichadillo?
No, I can still see it. Dude, you got it. I can see the tip, but right now I want to get to where I see where it starts. But I went to go take off my box of briefs, and both of you guys are definitely dealing with this shit right now, so don't even act like it's just me. You ever feel your underwear band?
Yeah.
Your stomach gets so big it folds it in half?
Yeah. Mine's like a freaking pepperoni roll.
Yours is rolled? Yeah, Sabino's just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling.
It's like
rolling.
like one of those rags when you go like this and hit somebody. That's like the consistency.
Yeah, your band is rolled and your leg part, the actual length of it is up to here. You look like you're wearing a Euro bikini.
The best, you either gotta go below the bonds or above the bonds.
Yeah, I never understand. How do you go above though?
I can't. You gotta tuck it in.
Go belly button.
You gotta tuck it in. Then the bottom of your stomach smells like piss. You can't do that.
Nah, I'm definitely an over guy. I'm an under guy.
I can't go above the pot. But I'll tell you, everybody out there watching, if you ever want to feel thin, go to Disney. I just got back from Disney with my family. If you're under 250 pounds, you feel like a fitness instructor. I've never seen more fat people in my life.
There's a lot of walking there too, though.
That's what I'm saying. You know why? So I figured it out. Because I'm saying to myself, if you told me, and I was like morbidly obese, and you told me, let's go to a place that's hot, humid, and nothing but walking, I'm like, yeah, out of your mind. I'm not going. They're all on scooters. Every fat family is on a scooter.
They should do like a daily race, like all the scooters.
But you got to see. But here's my problem. You got handicapped people that need them. But you got the Stevenson family where everybody's got like 6 chins on scooters with a fan. They got a cup holder with their drink, and then they're all rolling around.
One cup.
Dude, it's insane. And the funny thing is they stop and I follow them. They stop, they get out, and they walk to food.
Oh, yeah.
I said to one lady, I was like, oh my God. I said, look at this miracle happening in front of our eyes, you lazy fuck. She's like, hey, I need it. I got big ankles. I go, big ankles? There's a guy with one leg that needs a scooter, and he can't because your whole family got 6 of them. They should make you wear a vest that says lazy family on the back, like a biker.
Well, they
gang.
also trying to skip the lines, too. When you go on the ride, if you got the scooter, they send you to
You can skip it?
Yeah, they send you to the faster aisle.
Don't tell me that. I'll rent the scooter next time. I hate waiting online, dude. You skip the line if you have a scooter?
Yeah, they put you on the other side.
Don't tell me that. So you get the fast pass?
Yeah, you get that's free fast pass.
I'm getting a scooter. I already told my kids we're never going back to Disney.
You know what I haven't seen in a while? Road Rage Wednesday.
I have nowhere to go. People ask me. I don't have a commute anymore on Wednesday.
I missed it though.
Let me ask Sabino something. Do you miss the old Rodia?
I'm the same Rodia. Don't start that shit. I hate that. You want to trigger me right now?
Am I before I said
me and Rocco aren't gonna be friends after this.
I said, all right, I'm gonna sit down, and it's been like 3-4 years. I think it's some fun stuff to bring up. Road Rage Wednesday was one of them. I'm like, damn. Ant, when he started, he really posted a new video every day.
How much shit can you possibly say in a car?
It's true. It's true.
I mean, how many things? I'll come up. So I'm going to start doing once a month, but I would literally have to get in the car and go get stuck in traffic. Like I would have to look at. I would have to do the opposite. Like you look at traffic, you're like, I'm going to take a different route. I have to look at traffic and go towards it. Yeah. Like, yo, are you on the LIE? How bad is it? Bad? I'll be there in 5 minutes, and then go get stuck in actual traffic.
So you got to be actually calling the act to have that rage in you.
To real rage, yeah.
Because you've done it so much, right?
I'll do stuff with like my characters.
I thought it was something fun, like a little funny to do though. Like I catch myself if I'm driving and a Jersey guy, like a Jersey plate cuts me off, I'm like, fucking Jersey.
You definitely.
Is there something with plates?
100%.
All right, so let's say you see
100%.
Jersey plate. What do you say?
100%. Jersey plate. I'm gonna go back to the armpit of Jersey. You know, you say Florida. I got cut. So it's funny. I got cut off yesterday. Guy, I was like, oh my God. I was like, of course you're from Florida. Why don't you go back down there and die? I mean, because of the age.
Texas,
I don't get too many.
No.
Maine.
Maine.
Why don't you go back up there and have a maple
Vermont?
syrup conglomerate? Same thing with Vermont. Maine, it's always a in a Subaru. Can we say that?
Probably not.
I'm just saying. Maine, it's a high concentration, high population concentration. I don't know why I said that. It's a high populated area of, and they all drive Subarus.
There's one that really bothers me.
What?
It's because they're never in a rush.
What?
Pennsylvania. I feel like whenever
Rocco just did such a professional thing. He goes, we have to stop talking about from Maine.
no.
Abort mission.
We're gonna get canceled and Subaru drivers because there's Subaru drivers right now that are and they're going, I drive a Subaru Outback. I'm not a people gotta laugh. Pennsylvania,
they have no urgency, no rush. They always go on the speed limit, if not less than 10
it's funny you said that, man. You ever behind someone that's going really slow and you want to know exactly what time their day starts and what time they left?
Yeah.
How you
judge
going,
somebody by the person?
How are you going
drive.
45 miles an hour in the middle lane? You got nowhere to go right now. You left like an ample time, like you left at 7 and you got to be at work at 11.
You know what's funny? We get in those moods though, where you just want to go nice and easy. Tell me not.
No,
You're always.
I'm always in a rush.
Bro, you always zooming.
I'm always in a rush.
He always has a sports car. He wants to open
you
it
saw
up.
what he
Listen,
came
I have
in?
a sports car and I have a very hickish pickup truck. Like my
By the
pickup
way,
truck
your
is
pickup
like
truck.
Yeah.
A guy like you, professional comedian.
Yeah,
Is a pickup truck really necessary? Like, what are you putting back there?
it's an obnoxious pickup truck. I feel like The Rock, which is a little smaller.
So and
He does
between
have
me and
this
you,
crazy
do
sound
you have to
system.
like hop up to get on the?
Dude, I got to count to 3 before I jump out. It's a big truck. It's got a 6-inch lift kit on it. You've seen it.
Yeah.
Big tires.
It's absurd.
So when I take it to the gym and I come out of it, and other women are walking by, they're like, "Nice big truck." I said to a woman, I said, "No, what are you thinking? You think I got a little piece of deal?" I said,
That's
"It's not
like
true."
the thing, right? Like,
Yeah, big truck, little piece of deal. Not true. I'm gonna get a license plate. Big piece. That way, like no one wants to actually like connect it to.
Think
But
I'm
it's
big beach.
They see me get out of the truck, and it's actually comical. Like they see this big ass truck, and they see me get out.
Yeah, that's
and
why I can never have.
They do the same thing. They'll look at me and they'll go, "Why?" I don't know, because I like to feel tall once in a while. I like to look down on people. It's an obnoxious truck. I got it because it was
so
obnoxious.
you don't go to Home Depot with it. That's what you're saying.
No, but I have a quad. I have a dirt bike. I go hunting.
Okay, yeah, okay.
You know, now I'm going to get
What do you
attacked.
say for that?
Your podcast is going to get attacked by everybody.
I
on
guarantee
Twitter.
though, your dad always asks for you, like a ride with that.
Oh, my father has a pickup.
Oh, he has a pickup.
So the first thing I did when I started doing really well in comedy, I bought my mom a truck, my dad a truck, my sister a truck, my brother a truck. I got.
Damn.
No,
What about me?
I felt like
I'm
Oprah.
a Rodia.
Haven't seen you in 3 years, Sabino. You've outlived your lease. It's a 3-year lease. But no, I got my father a pickup truck, and
Was this all one after another, or?
no, because they were all in leases, so I had to wait till they expired. My brother was the last one. He waited patiently, but he actually did well because by the time I got his, I was really doing well. But my father, typical Guinea, I get him the pickup truck, I surprise him with it, right? So he parks his truck in my house. I got him out of that truck. I had them pick up his truck, drop off the new one.
Oh, while he was in the house?
While he was still in the house playing with my kids. So he comes out. I said to my daughter, I said, walk outside. He walks outside. He goes, it's a beautiful day. The truck's over there. He looked at the truck 6 times, right? It's beautiful outside. Nice. No, look. What did I look at? What? Look over there. Where I look? I go, Dad, you don't realize your truck is no longer parked there? He goes, and it was a ribbon on the pickup truck. He goes, I figure you do something like this, son of a bitch. You got all my stuff out of the other truck? I said, what do you mean? You got my cassettes, my CD? I said, yeah, Dad, I got your Nino D'Angelo CD from 1986 out of your truck. You sure? Because if I don't got the CD in the truck, I'm going to get mad. I said, Dad, go enjoy your new truck. All he was worried about was the Nino D'Angelo CD. He had Gigione. He had 3 albums from Gigione.
Sounds like our uncles.
He had the rosary beads on the top.
Does your dad have Apple Music or no?
You serious with that?
No, because like no cars come with a CD player now.
No, so I connected. I got him an iPhone that's never on. It's always off. I don't know why. Who shuts off their phone all the time? But I got him an Apple iPhone. I put a couple albums. Apple iPhone. All right, it's an Apple iPhone.
I
got him.
What's the matter with him? You know what? He's not the same.
It's like saying Samsung Android, dog.
Come on, man. Hey, you're acting way too old right now.
I'm talking because I'm talking about my dad. I have to say Apple iPhone.
I got him an Apple.
You know, we're doing
It's like
this
a dad that's trying to flex.
We're
Like,
doing
yeah.
this because we miss him.
I have a Apple iPhone. No, you guys got me here to abuse me. I'll take it. So anyway, so I got the Apple iPhone and I had to put like 6 albums in it, and I had to star them.
Yeah.
So he just hits the star and he plays his music.
okay,
But
okay.
do not, like, if he comes out of that app or
Screwed.
he'll call me up, Anthony. So I'm gonna look at the screen right now. It says Google it. How I get out of Google it? I said, Dad, you hit the internet. No, I'm not on the internet. I'm on my phone. Your phone has the internet. How I get back into Hopper Music? I said, you got to hit the little red. Like, he literally has 3 apps on his phone. Because if you put any other ones, he'll get confused. I had to push everything to another page.
You got to teach him how to swipe up so he gets back to the...
Yeah.
So wait,
He wants to be on
you
Tinder.
Bought him.
He
That's
wants
actually
to.
great.
He wants to.
Would you? So he has an iPhone just in the car, or a switch like one of the flip phones?
No, he knows, like, there's steps.
Oh,
he gets
okay.
in the car, plugs in the USB,
Oh, okay.
puts it on, waits.
Can you just imagine his routine? Okay, I'm in the car.
That's exactly what he does.
Put the.
Exactly what he does. I've heard his routine. He's called me while he did it. Anthony, so I got in the car. I plug in the little Y2Y into my phone, my Apple iPhone, because it's an Apple iPhone. He goes, and then I wait, and then nothing happened. I said, Dad, you turn on your phone? Why, you smart. You figured it out to 1, 2, 3. You know you father. Yeah, I know that you would plug in a phone that was off. Yes. Yeah, he goes through the steps all the time. It's like little reminders.
That's like when the Wi-Fi doesn't work and all we do is like disconnect it. It's like, oh my God, you fixed it.
It's like when you go to Nonna's and you have to put the HDMI cable in.
Don't even
To
start.
switch it.
You put it in, you become Albert Einstein.
Yeah, the best thing is just turning it off and on and waiting 60 seconds. How many times do you get that phone call with the remote and stuff?
Yeah.
My father calls me every day for the remote. He thinks Verizon is out to sabotage him. Verizon's tried to fuck him, Anthony. No, they don't know who you are. The remote control doesn't work. I said they're not doing anything to your remote. I think they do. I said, okay. I don't think they do. I just think you don't know what input 5 is. They get to input 5, they can't get back to input 1. And they all watch the same shit. He'll sit there for 3 hours watching the Weather Channel. And you know what's funny? It updates every 3 hours. So he's watching the same thing. My father will watch it and look out the window. He'll go, why it snow? Why they not tell me? Because it updates every 3 hours. He'll fact check the Weather Channel. They're all the same, dude. My father can't spell or read, and his favorite show is Wheel of Fortune. Figure that out. You got to see him playing it. I'm like, Dad, how do you play this? Watch. He got a little piece of paper in front of him, right, with a pen.
Actually, people do that?
He scores himself.
Oh, wow.
No, but it has nothing to do with the game. He'll sit there and go, T. And the guy goes, a T-Pat? It's 1 point for you, father. I go,
Oh, he goes.
he thinks like if he guesses the letter that they're guessing, that he gets a point. So then the guy goes, I like to buy a vowel, Pat. My father goes,
Oh,
Z. I go, I don't think you get a point for that, Dad. I don't know what vowel Z is, but it's not a vowel. If it was Y, I may have given you maybe a partial point, because sometimes Y.
sometimes why? That's right.
Forget it, man. They're all the same, dude. They love game shows on Weather Channel.
Who are like some people that you love to watch on TikTok, Instagram, like content creators, not celebrities?
I watch your whole crew. I mean, I became really close with Nikki Smiggs. I love Nikki's videos. Nikki Cass, sweetheart of a kid, still owes me around the golf though, but I think he's practicing.
I feel like you and Nikki, like the Pasquale, Zilucia.
A lot of people asking for us to make a collab.
Yeah,
we
I
need
would love
that.
to see that.
That would be
actually.
great.
I mean, listen, I'll do it. I'm never going to stop doing the videos, but I've been blessed where my comedy has gotten... See, I was up against a little wall. When I made the characters, my fans became so in love with my characters that my characters almost overshadowed me. And then I had to become funnier than my character. If you come to my show and you don't laugh more than you laugh at my videos, then you're going to stay home. I can't bring you back. Yeah. And once you turn somebody off like that, they never come back. So the videos I've kind of slowed down with, but I would still do it with Nikki. I would do like a collab with
I was
him.
going to say, that's why I said the old Rodia. I missed the ZLG.
Stop saying old Rodia, dude. I've never changed. I've just become busy with the shows. And people say that all the
Your
time.
schedule is
you
crazy,
changed.
though. Like when I look at your Instagram, I'm like, this guy's always somewhere.
Every weekend. The only weekends I
God
took
bless,
off.
though. It's a good thing.
Oh, dude, I pinch myself every day.
You built yourself up enough where you don't have to necessarily do that.
I built myself up in my
you know?
basement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody doubted me. Everybody told me I was nuts for doing it, but
It all started with the scrubbing in the shower. The
the
Italian
shower
shower.
video. That became big. But yeah, I mean, listen, I'll still do the videos. I'll never go away with them. But yeah, your whole crew, dude. You got Meals by Cooge. You got Joe Gambino. I watch it, dude. That dude's a scary dude, man. I would not want to be trapped in the corner with him. No, you got Mo. Mo gets mad because when I see him, I call him Mark. I think he went to school with my wife.
Yeah.
But you got Mo. You got all those guys.
You watch the Middle Village too.
Yeah, Middle Village, Queens. But I watch. I listen when I'm on the road, when I'm on the plane. You got nothing to do but scroll. So I watch all the videos. Your
internet works on the plane?
Yeah, I got Wi-Fi.
You pay for it.
Cause
you trying to call me bougie?
No.
It's $9.95. All right, so
no, because like I fly text work, but not.
I fly first class and I give it to you on Delta. No, I'm not.
That's some motivation for us.
No, stop.
You want to book me? I want first class.
I fly first class because I like to get on the plane and get the hell off the plane. Yeah. I don't like being trapped behind 7 kids in seat 28, and I like to just go.
Once you go first class, you can't go back.
Can't, dude. It's like I took my daughter to Disney on Ice. I sat her on the ice as a 3-year-old.
She could never go.
She went with her friends 2 rows back. She was like, "Oh my God, we were so far, Daddy." I go, "You 2 rows back, but I want to be on the ice." I go, "You bougie little shit, dude." I'm ruining them. Like I take them to a hotel that has a 1-bedroom with a living room. We go to Montauk, and Montauk only has small hotel rooms. We walk in. She goes, "This is cute, but why are the beds in the living room, Dad?" I go, "There is no living room. This is your bedroom, you little bougie shit." Yeah, but I mean, listen. Here's the thing. When you do well in life, you like to enjoy yourself. I break my ass, dude. I only have maybe 5 weekends off a year. So, yes, I like to enjoy myself. I hate when people say, like, if I take a video of me in first class and you could tell, I don't announce it, but if you could tell that there's a wall in front of me, they'll go, "Must be nice." Or if they see me driving with a new car, "Must be nice." Yeah, it is.
As I took a video of him in a new car.
Right. Yeah, exactly. No, people always say that must be nice. It is nice. It is nice to work hard, break your ass, support your family, give them a great life, and be able to enjoy yourself. Amen. Yes, nobody should ever be ashamed of working hard, being successful, and enjoying life. And the one thing with success that bothers me, and especially with the Italian community, Italians preach unity all the time. We're the most competitive people in the world, but with each other. Like if you guys are successful, I don't hate on you for your success. It's very hard to be happy for someone's success and not kind of, almost shame them for it. Like, just because you guys are successful doesn't mean I can't be. There's room for more than one person. And with Italians, like I come from a huge Italian family. My grandfather, I think, is one of 15. A lot of brothers. The brothers could have easily started a business, a monster landscape business or a construction business. Instead, they all did their own thing and they all competed and they all, kind of envied this one for having that and then, kind of like envied this one. And Italians, I think, that's the downside of Italians. Yeah. We're very competitive with our own kind instead of working more together. Like, I praise people for having, like, everyone's like, "Oh, dude, Sebastian's last special. Did you like it?" I go, "No, but I'm still a big fan of his. I just didn't think it was as good." "Oh, dude, if he falls off the pedestal, that's room for you." I'm like, why can't we both be on the pedestal? Yeah, exactly. I don't ever not wish somebody success. And I think it's hard to do if your success level is not where you want it to be happy for somebody else. And Italians, we're not good at that. I get ants all the time. Yeah. My aunts. I caught my aunt on the Ring camera.
You did like a bunch of
talking shit. She came to my house. We just did the backyard. Right? I did the whole backyard, pavers.
I've heard this story.
Pavers, pool, and everything. And she comes down. She goes, "This is beautiful. You guys went a little." They always insult in between. She goes, "This is nice. I mean, you guys went a little overboard, but it's beautiful. I would not do all this. This is too much. You're not even going to enjoy it, but it's beautiful, beautiful." I go inside. She's on the Ring camera. Fucking show off. Look at this. A pool, fucking hot tub. But this guy got a big asshole of himself. Yes. Yeah. I go, "Why are you talking shit?" "I'm not talking shit." I said, "I got you on the Ring camera." "You cannot believe these things. They make these things to get people in trouble. It's a camera. I have you recorded." "No, Anthony, you do this video. You put the video on the computer. You play around with the sound. You make me say this shit. I want to go. I'm like, all right, you can go.
The last time you saw Jack, I'm mad.
They don't even talk to me anymore, half my family. They don't. Yeah. I go, "What's up, Zia?" "I'm not talking to you." "Why, so you could use me on stage?" "No, I don't say nothing." I'm like, all right, plead the fifth.
I don't blame them, though.
What are you going to do?
Do you have a routine to, like, before you try new jokes, do you still go to, like, the little shows to try things out, or you just know what's going to hit and what's not going to hit?
I'm so glad you asked that question because I get people in the business telling me that I'm nuts. I'll do, like like Naples. I just got back from Naples, and we had 7 sold out shows, and I tried new material on a sold out show. Like I performed in Boston. I remember Boston. We had 1,500 people, and I'm backstage writing, and my buddy Richie was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm going to try some new stuff." He goes, "This show?" I said, "Why not?" He goes, "What if it's not good?" I go, "I shouldn't be doing comedy." I said, "I'm going to try it out," and thank God it hit hard. But I'd rather try new material in one of my big shows than to try them out at little shows. And if they don't get the laugh, like I don't want you giggling at my show. I try to make your stomach hurt. So if I don't get that explosion of laughter of a new bit, I'll move on to the next.
How often do you think you do like a new show?
I'll never do the same show twice.
No?
You might hear 10 minutes of new stuff, like the new tour. You'll probably hear, if you came to see me in December and then you came to see me now, you'll hear probably 45 minutes of new stuff.
Wow, that's crazy.
But I'm always writing. Like in Naples, I wrote 15 minutes of new stuff, and then I carried that over for Syracuse. This weekend we just got back from Syracuse, and I used 15, 20 minutes. I'll talk about things going on in the news and stuff like that. But I'm addicted to writing. That's how you bring people back, man. You got some comedians that, and don't get me wrong, I have the respect for all these guys that have been doing it for 20, 30 years. I got lucky. I had social media that I utilized, and I've never opened for anybody. When I was in my 20s.
When you first started, you really put like your money where your mouth is. Like you
have
booked your own show.
Yeah.
Like you booked the venue yourself.
You bet.
It's not cheap
I
either.
bet on myself.
Nobody. I've never seen anybody do it the way you
Listen,
have.
man, I tell everybody the only person that's going to have the amount of confidence in you is yourself. No one's going to have the same confidence as you're going to have. No one's going to bet on you more than you'll bet on yourself. And if you can't bet on yourself, then you shouldn't be doing what you really love doing. Because if you truly think you're going to make it, bet on yourself. So I rented out a theater of 450 people, and I sold tickets one by one. I went to everybody I knew. I went to customers that came into my job, and I sold it out. And I mean, look, tickets were $20 a piece, but I bet on myself.
I always see that you're performing in Florida. Like that's
Florida,
the number
man.
one spot for you. Yeah, and I'm like, the reason why I brought it up is like, I could imagine you like living there, or at least like half the time.
So it's weird, man. I always told myself I was a true New Yorker, but New York is not the same, man. I don't know. I don't want to get into politics, but the crime is up. People's attitude, like you go down to Florida, dude, everybody for the most part is happy because the way the quality of life down there, is just better. I mean, yeah, okay, you have humidity, but you don't have to shovel humidity. Yeah, I don't want to jinx it. I mean, knock on wood, we haven't really got big snow. I go outside, it's a blizzard. But no, I like Florida, man, and you got to understand. The reason why is because during the pandemic, that's the only place I was really able to go and perform.
I think it has to do with that it's always warm too.
Yeah, but they didn't shut stuff down like New York. New York, I mean, you have a business and you got the shop downstairs. I mean, you guys were, everybody was like kind of handcuffed.
But it was slow.
Yeah, of course it was slow. So Florida was like really the only place I was able to go and perform. And people from New York and the Northeast would yell at me because they thought Florida was like the epicenter of COVID. They were like, "Oh, you better not bring anything back from Florida, you piece of shit." I'm like, "What? A bag of oranges and freedom? How do you want your freedom served?" So hey, Florida, it is what it is, man.
You know what I hate about New York now? The speed cameras are ridiculous.
I get a ticket at least once a week.
Are there a lot in Long Island?
No.
I feel like in Queens and
yeah.
Long Island's pretty good with they'll have speed. Fine. They'll have like the speedometer.
Yeah, they'll put the camera when you get off the exit. I just went 55, 60 miles an hour. You want me to go down to 20?
Yeah. Right,
I don't understand.
This exit here, I just got one the other day, and it was like, damn, I forgot about that one.
Yeah. But what they take the picture over 30?
I think 35.
It's 11 miles per hour to speed limit, so it's 25, 36.
So you got to go from if the speed limit is 55, I'm driving 70. So I got to go from 70 to 35 miles an hour as soon as I get off to me, that's stopping short. It's unsafe.
That car would be nice in Florida.
That car, yeah. Yeah, I love that car. Keep bringing up my car, Sabino.
What's the best?
You making me sound like a bougie bastard.
If you had to pick somewhere to live in Florida, where would you pick?
Naples.
You like the old people there?
Yeah.
Like the old people there? Yeah, he's an old soul,
No,
I apologize to all the Floridians that are watching this.
You know why? Because Naples, like, my dad wanted to buy a car. I'm like, with the old people, what am I going to do there?
I can't. So Naples is better for family. Not every part of Naples is old. But then if I went to the East Coast, I like Jupiter. I like West Palm.
All the way up.
Yeah, I like Pompano, Lighthouse Point. I like those areas. I love Lauderdale, but I wouldn't raise my kids in Lauderdale because
it's too crazy.
It's too nuts. Yeah, you want something quiet. But it's funny you said
too
about
much action in Lauderdale.
to raise kids, yeah, man. My kids are young; they're 7 and 3. So Naples is great for kids. But yeah, if I'm going to go to the East Coast, I would go north. But it's funny you said about Naples. Let me tell you something. Those old people,
they come to all the shows.
not only like my crowd is definitely mixed now. Like what I love is that now I'm starting to see 18-year-olds and 80-year-olds. I literally have 3 generations coming to my show, all laughing at the same stuff.
Instagram, and Facebook.
Yeah, no, and then word of mouth. You know, parents come home, they laugh. The kids are like, "What did you laugh at?" "Oh, you got to come to the show. It'll remind you of your grandparents." And in Naples, man, you have these women that are like 65 to 75, and they literally came up with the name Cougar because of them. I got attacked
Ready to risk
in
it all?
Publix, huh?
They're ready to risk it all?
Did you say you got attacked at Publix?
I got attacked at Publix supermarket.
While you getting a pub sub?
What? No, I wasn't. I'm on the keto, bro. I don't do pub subs. So I was
While you
online.
getting a quarter pound of honey turkey?
I was online at the deli. Yeah, I was actually getting turkey. That's crazy. You just said that. I was getting a quarter pound of honey turkey.
Anthony,
now,
I know you, bro.
No. Now I feel like you were behind me. Now I'm nervous. And a lady comes up to me. She goes,
Hey, how you doing? I'm coming to see you Saturday night.
I go, what's up? How you doing? She goes,
Good.
I said, a little feisty, huh? She goes,
Oh, yeah.
Was it Stifler's mom?
Stifler's mom.
yo, dude, it resembled her.
So she goes, How old are you? Just out of curiosity.
I go, 42. She goes, oh, I got years on you. I go, what are you, 74? She goes,
How did you know that? I just got these done.
I said, because you got turkey neck.
Oh, my God.
She's like, what? I go, you got turkey neck. If the wind hits it, I said, it jiggles.
She goes, Yeah, keep making fun. She goes, If I see you Saturday night after the show, you better be careful. You don't even know what I would do to you.
I go, what would you do to me? Yo, in the middle of public, she goes, these teeth come out. I go,
Oh, my God.
I go,
Honestly, that would.
I go, what?
I'll be curious with that one.
I go, what? I said to her, flat out.
Curiosity
Dude,
killed the
I had
cat.
my boy with me. He goes, oh my God. I go, let me tell you something, sweetheart. I got 2 young kids. I haven't been laid in 6 weeks. You keep talking like that, you're gonna need a hip replacement. I'll tear your back out right here in Publix. You'll go from Publix to urgent care. Don't fuck with me. Don't talk dirty to me. She's like, oh, you're feisty. I'll see you Saturday. I was like, don't bring your teeth.
Don't bring your teeth. Feels better.
They're feisty,
Give us some
man.
the craziest stories from a show.
I had a sold out show at the I think it was Parks Casino. I think they
Where's
host
that?
in close to Philly, and it was like 1,500 people. And meet and greet. I do a meet and greet after every show, and
You charge a little extra, right? No?
no.
What?
So meet and greets at theaters, I do charge now. It's $30, but you get a package. You get a signed picture, 8x10. You get a keychain of my characters. I have to do it at theaters because if not, I'll be there for 4 hours. Comedy clubs, I don't charge. It's open to everybody because it's more of an intimate setting.
The last time I saw you, I think it was in New Rochelle.
It was White Plains. Why do you say it like that? It's New Rochelle.
New Rochelle.
New Rochelle. New Rochelle.
You actually...
New Rochelle makes my Finocchio come out. New Rochelle. Why do you say it like that? No, but you were talking very masculine.
New Rochelle.
You were Sabino until you said it. You're like,
New
yeah,
Rochelle.
nah. You're like, I
'Cause
remember.
Rochelle isn't
I
like
remember
tough,
the last
you know?
time I saw you was at New Rochelle, and you were performing. It was White Plains. It was White Plains.
But after the show, you said hello to everybody. It was like 300
Yeah.
people waiting.
Every person. Goomba Johnny asks me all the time. He's like, you don't get tired of this? And I said, and people ask me, you don't get tired of sitting after the show, after doing an hour on stage, which is mentally exhausting, you sit here for another 2 hours shaking everyone's hand and taking pictures. And my answer is always the same. Those people pay my bills.
Yeah.
If my kids have a good life, if my family has a good life, Michelle has a good life, I'm able to help my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, it's because of these people. These people pay my bills. So I will never, I tell everybody, you see me out, stop me to say hello. Don't think you're bothering me because at the end of the day, without those people that I stop and say hi to, I don't have a job. But what was your question? Because
What was the
you
craziest
keep
story?
asking questions and then going to something else before I can answer it. I don't know if my answer is boring. You're like, snooze
on to
fest.
the next one, yeah.
All right, so the last time I
the
saw you was
craziest-
New Rochelle, and
The craziest story at a show.
I wouldn't
Like,
say
what,
it.
sound like a cougar or something like that? Nothing?
Oh, dude, I've had women like show up in my hotel room,
Yeah?
like not in the room or on the room. Is it on the room? Anybody want to
In
correct
the
me on
room.
that? Is it
that
on
is
the room or
most
in the room?
definitely in the room.
No, I had somebody like wait for me at the hotel at the bar.
Yeah?
And she was like, "Hey, how are you? I just wanted to get a picture." I'm like, "This is 12 miles from the venue. You drove here to get a picture? That's weird." But I don't know if this is this qualifies as crazy. This is just how people's brain works. This is what aggravates me. It was a sold out show, 1,500 people, standing ovation after the show. It was one of my best sets. And a woman comes up to me, waits for the entire meet and greet to end, comes up to me and goes, "Hi." I go, "Hey." She goes, "I was at your show." I go, "Obviously." She goes, "I didn't like it." I go, "Okay." She goes, "It was offensive." Yeah, some of it. She goes, you're not funny. I go, 1,499 people stood up. You don't like it. You think it's them? She goes, I will never come see you again. I said, can you do me a favor? Can you tell all your friends not to come see me either? Because if they're friends with you, they're exactly like you. I don't need your people. And she goes, you're never going to make it in this business. And walked away.
Did she give you a reason?
No, she just, because my shit is honest, man. I don't care what I talk about. I'm going to talk honesty. I'm not going to bite my tongue. If you come to my show, picture you being in my living room. You came to my house to listen to me talk. It's not like I knocked on your door and I was like, hey, what's up? I'm going to do comedy in your house right now. Yeah. So you came to my house. Exactly. If you don't understand comedy, move along. And it just made me think, like, some of these people, their mentality, like, how entitled do you feel that you don't give a shit about all the people that enjoyed that show? You didn't like it, and you have to tell me that I shouldn't do comedy anymore. And what really and a lot of people ask me all the time, why do you comment back when people leave negative comments? Like,
I was just going to bring that up, that you are the king of clapbacks.
Oh, dude.
Like, especially on Facebook, for some reason.
I had to be patient. My agent told me you have to have enough fans where when you do clap back at somebody, your fans will see that and then back you up. But you have to be patient. And I waited like 2 or 3 years. I bit my tongue. And if somebody goes, you're not funny, you suck, I'll snap back at them. And the reason for that is, you got to see the emails I get. I get 500 to 1,000 emails every week. And it's people that, I get people coming up to me at my shows thanking me for what I did for them during COVID. Because COVID, I made 90 videos, 90 days in a row when no one had anything to laugh at.
Yeah.
I get people.
That's when you grew like the most, too.
Oh, yeah, COVID, 100%. But I had a woman come up to me. Her husband used to watch my videos with her. He passed away. And my videos keep her remembering him. And she came up to me crying in tears. And I said, you see what you just did? You're the reason why I get pissed when people can't find something funny and make it a point to say it. Because you don't know how strongly someone needs comedy. If you look at comedy should be used as an escape from reality. So if you're going through something, if you're terminally ill, somebody in your family is ill, you're using that comedy, whether it's a minute video or an hour show, to forget about what you're going through and to laugh. There's no better feeling than laughing. I've never seen somebody laugh in a bad mood. So there are so many people out there, my fans, that use my comedy as an escape from reality, and it makes me feel amazing. I never knew how strong comedy can be. So you get a jackass that says, this shit ain't funny, you should stop doing comedy. Dude, go screw yourself. Well, why are you even following me? And I see the same person leave those comments, and I'm like, you're still following me? After 3 years, you're still following me, but I suck?
Talking shit, yeah.
It's like, dude, people don't understand what comedy is. Comedy is subjective. You might laugh at something that me and Rocco might not laugh at, and vice versa. Him and I might die, and you might sit there and just stare at us. Respect the fact that you're not going to find everything I do funny. You're not going to like everything I say. Enjoy what you like and scroll past the shit you don't like.
Speaking of which, now you got to give us a nice joke.
A nice joke.
Make us laugh, Anthony.
Well, it depends. I mean, do you guys want to get canceled?
Well, it'll be you that gets canceled. I can clear that.
No, I'm not getting canceled, dude. All right, so I'll give you, let's see, nice joke.
Give me a safer one.
Do a PG-13 joke.
Give us a safe one first.
No, I'll give you a PG-13 one, and then I'll give you a really good one that I like, a short one. All right, you want like an ethnic one, like an Italian one? I think it's only.
Yeah. Make sure you don't laugh.
Okay? All right.
Because you're gonna get us in trouble. If you say something crazy and we laugh, it doesn't look good for us.
So just keep the camera on me.
Okay.
I'll laugh at myself.
Right there.
All right, so because it's growing up Italians, I'll give you an Italian joke. Husband and wife, 80 years old. They go to the doctor. She's going for a checkup. And she goes in the room. The husband waits in the waiting room. And the doctor goes, hey, what's going on? How are you?
I'm a good doctor. Good.
Yeah, have you changed your diet recently?
Yeah, I eat a lot more vegetable, no more pasta every day.
All right, now, I know you're 80 years old, and I have to ask this. Do you and your husband at this age still have intercourse?
And she goes, I don't know.
And he goes, you don't know?
No, I don't know. I got to ask. Hold on, Heshbet.
Goes outside in the waiting room, sticks her head out, goes,
Giuseppe, the doctor want to know, we still have intercourse?
He said, no, we changed it last week, a Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
That's classic.
And then I'll give you an attachment to that. So he dies, she becomes a widow. She's dating another Italian guy.
Maron.
At 80 years old?
She's 80 years old.
Damn.
So they see each other for a couple of weeks, they have sex for the first time.
Maron at 80?
After they have sex, he rolls over, she rolls over, he goes, I want to apologize. So she goes, for what? If I had an idea, after all these years, 80-something years old, you were still a virgin, I would have kept a little more easy. I would have not do too hard.
She was a virgin. Oh, no, I apologize. I thought at your age you piece deal it's no worker, so I never take off of my pantyhose. That's why.
Oh my god.
All right, I have to hit you with an edgy
tight.
one. I
That's
have to hit you with
tight.
an edgy one. I said it before. Rocco liked it, so he has to laugh now. What do you call 4 Mexicans in quicksand?
Cuatro cinco.
It's probably one of my favorite. Sabino, you laughed. I didn't even look at you. You laughed.
That's Chad Ochocinco's cousin.
You're getting canceled by all the Mexican fans.
What's next for you,
That's his
Ant?
half-cousin.
What do you see the next 5 years going for you?
Well, the special is going to happen this year, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's going to be. And I waited.
Did you film it yet?
Not yet. No, I have the venue where we're going to do it. So I was getting pressured by a lot of my fans to just kind of follow like Andrew Schultz, his footsteps.
I love
love
Schultz.
Andrew.
Yeah.
And he a perfect example. I'm betting on yourself. Netflix wanted him to kind of cut stuff out. He said, "Screw you, I'm doing my own thing," and he put it on YouTube. Or he sold it privately and blew up. Andrew has that amount of fans
does a
to
lot
do
of
it.
what's
Improv?
No, Patreon. Like
He kills
his
it on
fans that
Patreon.
pay-
But he's got millions of fans. He
and
could do.
Chris D too.
Yeah, Chris Stefano, that's another guy to bet on himself, and he does Patreon. But I didn't want to put my own special out on YouTube. I wanted to be, known enough or have enough recognition where, someone like a Netflix or a Peacock or a Hulu will reach out to me and say, hey, we want to give you a special. And plus that's how you become nationwide. So, we've been reached out by a couple people, and I think this year it's finally going to happen. Once that happens, I don't know, sky's
Nice
the limit,
knowing you,
man.
bro.
Huh?
It was nice knowing you.
Dude,
I have a feeling Eddie's gonna be the only guy to pull up for a podcast on a helicopter. Like he's just gonna parachute out of the sky.
I got 2 words for you that is the reason why I will never get on a helicopter.
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
scary.
doing it. I don't like going.
Everyone's like, oh, you're in Niagara Falls. You should do the helicopter over the waterfall. I'm like, no, I'll die of natural causes. Thanks. I don't need to, kind of make it easier. But no, listen, I've said this. There's comedy clubs that I've done that gave me the respect when I started and didn't try to scam me on money or tell me I brought a certain amount of people and I didn't bring, I brought more. And I told them, they were like, oh, we're never going to see you again. And I'll go back. Like, my thing is, if you
had governors all the time.
Yeah, Governors was the first comedy club to ever put me on a stage. So my thing is, if you showed me the respect when I was building my name, why am I not going to be loyal to you after I've built my name? You know
said
what I mean?
we're on your list. You
Yeah.
remember your list?
Yeah, I remember my list. What, you think I was bullshit when
You're
I said
like
it?
Arya Stark. You watch Game of Thrones?
I've watched it. I haven't watched the whole entire thing.
Arya has a list of people she wants to kill. You
You're
have
not on
like
my
a
list
list of people that are down from day one. Right?
Yeah, but
Remember?
you didn't sound like you were going in that direction.
No,
That's the metaphor you use? That's the example?
Yeah.
Like what, the list was it Billy Madison? The guy had the list. Dave, what was it? Buscemi had the list where he was like, he had people he was going to kill. He's sitting there putting lipstick on.
Yeah.
You could have came up with a way better example than that.
No, because I remember one time you're like, I got you guys on the list. Don't worry.
I have a
I
list.
just want to make sure we're
I
still
also
there.
have a bad list. I have a list of comedy
You have
clubs
a bad-
I'll never perform at again.
God.
They
So
either
you're saying you have a naughty and a nice list.
I'm like Santa Claus.
Forget Arya Stark. You're Santa
Yeah,
Claus.
exactly. Santa Claus is better. But yeah, listen, I have comedy clubs that either screwed me over, talk shit about me behind my back, or just flat out disrespected me when I was starting out, and I'll never perform there again. There's one comedy club, I won't mention the name. The guy goes, you'll never perform anywhere around here ever again. I said, okay. So a fan was at a show in Jersey. I'll give that much. It's Jersey. Takes a picture of my picture on a wall. I just so happened to be having a show in Atlantic City the next night, but I was going down a night early, and this comedy club was on the way. What wasn't South Jersey, it was North Jersey.
It wasn't planned to go there?
No. So she takes a picture of my picture on the wall, and she goes, when are you performing here again, right? In some place in North Jersey. So I go, wow, they have my picture on the wall. And the guy said, I'm never performing there again. So I go,
That's kind of weird.
I go, you know what, we're going to make a pit stop. So I'm on my way to Atlantic City. I didn't have the show that night. I had it the next night, so I had a little time. And I pull in front, and I walk upstairs. Show's going on. I walk upstairs. A couple people noticed me. They're like, oh, my God, Anthony right there. I was like, hey, what's up? I walk right up to my picture. I took it off the wall, and I left. And the lady was like, what are you doing? I said, I'm not performing here again, so they shouldn't have my picture on the wall as false advertisement.
You're the petty king.
Hello. I am the petty king. I can get very petty. Yeah.
You might be better than me.
Why, you're petty?
Yeah.
I do some stupid shit sometimes. I'm like a little kid. I don't think I'll ever grow up, man. But I don't like that. Why have my picture on the wall if I'm never going to be there again to show people?
Why don't you like sign it? You should have signed it instead.
No, I didn't. I wanted to smash it and then go on stage and do a speech about it, but I kind of bit my tongue. But yeah, I can get petty. I can get real petty sometimes. It's not a good quality. Are you proud of it?
Sometimes.
You are?
When I do something fire like that, I get proud.
Petty fire.
Yeah. Petty,
All right.
Fire
Rocco's
petty.
sitting there going, I don't.
But Rocco's like, what the hell is up with
It's like, I'm
these
gonna
two?
play it safe.
Yo, we
I'm
haven't
gonna play
had
it safe.
Anthony on for a long time. This is probably the longest. We're getting close to the longest episode ever, but it's only right.
Yeah, I guess I have a
This
problem.
is the grown up Italian show.
I have the same problem getting off stage, so it's kind of suitable.
People love that though, right?
Yeah.
They get more than what they pay for.
Oh, they get what they pay for. Yeah, 100%.
More than what they pay for, just the right
More
amount.
than what they pay for.
Okay. If I pay cash, are the tickets cheaper?
No.
Same price no
You
matter
cannot pay cash. Yeah, are we gonna do the thing?
what. Yeah,
we
we're
spoke
gonna, do it right now.
Which one?
Overrated.
Yes,
underrated,
please.
perfectly
I
rated.
see everybody doing that, and no one. I'm like, I want to fill in on
Well,
that.
I've been saving this one.
Don't do food because I'm on keto.
No, exactly.
No, you're gonna.
You're no fun with
everything
food.
is overrated right now.
Eat your chicken
Manigotti,
meatballs.
overrated. Lasagna, overrated.
Eat your chicken meatballs.
Yeah. Yeah. That was actually good. Real
We're gonna
good.
talk about comedians.
All right, that's.
I don't know
a
if you're
good
ready
topic.
for that.
I'm ready. I'm honest.
Overrated, underrated, perfectly rated.
All right,
Dave Chappelle.
perfectly rated.
You don't think underrated?
Hell no. Just seen him live in Lauderdale at the Hard Rock and met him backstage. Hell of a guy and perfect. My man killed it.
Is he the GOAT?
I don't think there's a greatest of all time when it comes to comedy.
It should be though. There's Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but that's stats. That's those
But
are
Michael
stats.
Jordan's the greatest, and it's not about stats.
No,
Except championships.
It's a mixture. It's stats, it's personality, it's sportsmanship. But how I don't think you can only have one greatest of all time comedian because then you have George Carlin, which was amazing. You got Richard Pryor, which was amazing.
I think this generation's a GOAT.
Yes, he's that.
Because like the Chappelle show was the craziest thing I've ever watched.
Do you watch the Chappelle show now? I mean,
Chappelle says like you shouldn't watch it though. Like you said multiple times, don't support him.
No,
Don't support the
everything.
show 'cause they're not
Listen,
paying him,
I
whatever.
grew up on guys like Andrew Dice Clay, George Carlin, Rodney Dangerfield, Don Rickles. That's comedy, man. If you could just set aside your feelings. Problem is, people look at comedy and they take it as an attack. Oh my God, you're attacking people. No, it's just it's ball. Like remember when we were able to break balls?
Yeah.
Now it's like it's
Now
like
you can't.
bullying. If you're in my family and no one's breaking your balls, that secretly means nobody in the family likes you.
Yeah,
if nobody like you could walk into a family party of mine, if you have like skin tight, like my cousin came in with skin tight pants, the family attacked him. I can see you piss your nail through your pants. Might look like it's cold outside. What's your matter? It's ball breaking. But I think Chappelle is perfectly rated because Chappelle is doing something where he's allowed. See, I couldn't do what he's doing. I can't go off. Like I can't really push the envelope because he's looking down at comedy. He's on the top.
Yeah, he's
on that mountain. I'm still climbing that mountain, but perfectly rated. Yeah.
Gabriel Iglesias.
Overrated.
Whoa.
Yeah. Gabriel's a nice guy.
How dare you talk about Fluffy like that?
He's a nice guy. He's funny, but I just think that he's got a big fan base. Me personally, Rocco's quiet right now, but he agreed with me. But he's not agreeing with me now.
I don't see it at all.
No, you're now all of a sudden, welcome, Rocco. How you doing? You want to jump?
I don't know.
Wait, just making me jump in the fire. But Rocco's like, okay. You want to go with this? All right. I think
I was just thinking like we're gonna get all these views and you're gonna be hated.
but listen, people will think he's hysterical. That's what comedy is. That's why comedy is subjective. I personally think he's overrated.
He's one of my favorites.
I think he was funnier.
I never seen him live though.
But see, but his
I had to see him live.
His comedy is different than what I like. I like edgy. I like some dark humor. He plays it safe.
Yeah.
So it's safe comedy. But listen, you can't fault. I hate when someone goes.
His voices are incredible.
His voices are great. But I hate when someone goes, like for instance, Jerry Seinfeld, not funny. Yeah, you don't build that kind of career by not being funny. Right. You're funny to enough people where you're able to be successful. And Gabriel has a hell of a career. The guy's crushing it. I just find, to me personally, he's overrated.
Yeah, I agree. You can't tell me a story about opening a door and then every time you say opening door, like I don't care. That to me that. It's like
you don't make that sound when you walk, Gabriel. You're too big to make that sound.
Kevin Hart.
Underrated. I don't think he gets enough respect.
Is Kevin Hart a short king like us?
Yeah, Kevin Hart's shorter than me.
Is he?
Yeah, I saw him.
4'11", you think?
No, it's not 4'11".
He's my height. He's my height.
Yeah, no, he's like you can't even say height. I told my brother this. If you're under 5'6", you can't say height. You could say
he's
size.
My shortness.
He's my size. he's my size. You can't say you don't qualify for height, right? Sorry,
right. 5'6.5".
Yeah, that half is big, dude. My feet, like right now, my heel's touching barely. I'm like, these are big chairs. That's another thing short people do when they sit on a chair. They go, how far back is this chair? It's normal. It's standard. How short are your legs? No, but Kevin Hart, I just saw him live at Levity Live before he went on this big new tour. So I saw him years ago. Then I saw his special, killed it. He had the special during COVID where, he did it in his living room. I thought it was horrible. I didn't think it was good. I think he kind of tiptoed around comedy a little bit to play it safe. And then he went back to what he's like really. I think he gets more respect as a movie star.
That's what I was just going to say.
Not respect as a comedian.
I say Kevin Hart as a comedian is overrated, but as an actor, he's amazing.
See, I think he's a better comedian.
Yeah,
he's a better
me too.
actor, I think.
I agree.
His acting's so funny.
But what started him?
His
stand-up. So you can't say. I mean, he's a great actor, but see his acting. I feel like he's like The Rock, and it's funny because they're really good friends. I feel like if you think of every Kevin Hart movie and every Rock movie,
yeah, they're great together.
No, but not only. Tell me, you take Black Adam, you take Jumanji, you take the movie with the earthquakes.
I forgot what it's called too, but
There's a couple I gotta catch up on.
And then take all Kevin Hart's movies. The part they play is almost exactly the same. They almost play the exact same part in every movie. Yeah, that's why I like his comedy better. But his facial expressions, the way he speaks, his delivery, man, I think he's on point. I don't think he gets enough credit for stand-up comedy. Yeah.
Should I say the next guy? Or
you could say it. Everybody compares me to him because we're both Italian.
Sebastian Maniscalco.
Big fan of Sebastian. I'm going to say something. Everyone's going to be like, oh, you're hating on him. I'm a huge fan of his. His last special, I got 32 minutes in and I turned it off. And I'm not the only one because I've read the comments. I think the tuxedo.
The Netflix. Oh, yeah, okay.
I think the tuxedo ruined it. When you come out in a tuxedo, comedy's supposed to be nice and loose and like live, like his mannerisms and shit. That, what you were saying, his movements and stuff. Come out in a tuxedo, it's very stiff. And I don't think he moved around a lot. I think his delivery was off. And
maybe he had a wedding after.
No, because he said he did that on purpose because he brought it back to the Rat Pack of Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. So I don't think his last one was the best. But in his defense, my man is the top of the comedy world right now. He's the highest paid comedian right now currently.
He's the highest paid?
Yeah, gross-wise. It's not easy. I think it's easier to get to the top than it is to stay there. So when you're up there, your expectations as a fan are so high that if you don't deliver and meet those expectations, you're going to fall. So in his defense, it's not easy to do that, but I just don't think his comedy special had the same energy as his last ones.
The rating?
Huh?
The rating.
Oh, the rating?
Yeah, you avoided that whole thing.
Are we basing it off that last special?
Yeah.
Overrated.
No, no. We're basing it on as a whole. Wait, are you as good as your last special? Is that a comedy thing? A comedian thing?
I try to be funnier than I was my last show.
So
I try to be funnier than I was yesterday.
So you're gonna say based on his last
overrated.
But as a whole, perfectly rated?
I don't think he's been as funny as he was.
Trying to help you here, Anthony.
No, I'm gonna always be a big fan of his. I'm not that type of person. Like people stop being fans of Will Smith after what he did. I'm still a fan of Will Smith. People aren't perfect. So like I said,
you think it was okay that he smacked Chris Rock?
No, 100% wrong. That was a bitch move, and I think his wife put him up to it. Which anybody that's married knows that happens all the time.
Yeah.
He laughed before she
Say something to him.
Yeah. My man was laughing the entire time. He looked at his wife. He was like, oh, shit. And she was like, you better go do something. And he did it.
She's going to fuck somebody younger
I'll tell you something. I said this on stage. I think half of it had to do with his wife, and half of it had to do with the fact that Chris Rock was 60 pounds lighter than him. I mean, look at the parts they played. He was I Am Legend. Chris Rock was the crackhead in New Jack City. Yeah. If instead of Chris Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson was the host,
a lot of people said that.
Will Smith would have never got up. He would have laughed. His wife was like, you're not going to smack him? Bitch, it was a joke. Okay, you haven't had a ponytail in 12 years. He's not wrong. Go ahead, Rock. I'm sorry for the interruption.
Go ahead, Dwayne.
Yeah, go ahead, Dwayne. Do your thing. It would have been totally different. But I'm not going to stop being a fan of his. I grew up on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yeah. You know what I mean? I grew up. I mean, I still have his cassette from when he was Fresh Prince.
You think Will Smith could come back?
Hell, his career's not over. Here's the thing, man.
He hasn't gotten like any movie roles or anything, right?
That has a lot to do with cancel culture, man, which is ruining the entertainment business. Can you imagine? Goomba Johnny says it perfect. Cancel culture, you can cancel somebody and not even have a face. Meaning I could say something about you and cancel you and you don't even meet me. I have no proof. I have nothing. I just said you offended me and I have a chance to cancel you. I think it's cancel culture and I don't like it. I don't think anyone's perfect. Like Kevin Hart, he got shit. He was going to do the Oscars and they pulled it from him because he said that if his son turned out gay, he was going to break a dollhouse over his head. That shit is funny. He don't really mean it. And it was like 9 years ago.
It's crazy that you gotta like really say, I didn't really
Fuck
mean
that. Listen, if there was a microphone in my house and you heard the shit I said to my kids, I told my daughter the other day, I said, if you keep it up, I'm going to get every American Girl doll you have. I'm going to pop their heads off and I'm going to sacrifice them in the fire pit. She listened. You got to threaten your kids and you got to lie to them. Everyone's like, you lie to your kids? Yes, you can't raise kids without
White
lying.
lies.
No, big full-blown lies. I told my daughter the reason why Elf on the Shelf didn't move in 2 days is because she's not listening to her parents. And when you don't listen to your parents, you slowly suck the Christmas spirit out of the elf. And an elf with no Christmas spirit is Mario Bosco.
I was not
Sorry, Mario.
On that note, and is there anything else you want to say before we go? We officially have the longest episode in Growing Up
To
Italian
everybody
history.
out there, the one thing I follow, and I hope everybody starts to follow it, is simple. Complain less, laugh more.
Complain less, laugh.
That's it. Life's too short, man.
And don't visit New Rochelle ever.
New Rochelle. Come to New Rochelle. We have pastries.